Rants of a Naija Chic. So, we talk pop culture here, right? Well, you don't know that if you've not watched my intro video, so you should really watch my intro video. But I'm telling you now, we do talk pop culture over here. So, Harry and Meghan, I'm going to talk about it. I have been holding this one in for a very long time. And today I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to sit in front of the camera and I'm going to say what I think and what I feel. Now, first of all, as regards to Harry and Meghan, I'm always going to be biased. Let me just get that out of the way. But that notwithstanding, I'm also able to see, okay, I think I try to look at things objectively, right? So let's get into it. There's going to be no particular order. We're just gisting, we're just ranting here. First thing that alerted us to the fact that, oh, there is going to be some tea spilling was the whole documentary thing, where to me that documentary wasn't that bad. In fact, it wasn't bad. To me, it more was a celebration of their love. That's what I got away from it. Where it started getting bad, if you've watched the documentary, this is not going to be a review of the documentary, so if you've not watched it and you care, you can go and watch it. It's on Netflix. Where it started getting bad was in episode 4, where they start detailing what happened after they had officially left the royal family. Well, not even left the royal family per se. They had officially stopped being working members of the royal family. That's what they call it. And they fled to Canada. And Harry was detailing how security got pulled away from them and stuff. Everybody was saying, so they've left, they don't want to be working members of the royal family anymore. Of course, they can do anything they want to them. But this is where I have a problem, right? They may no longer be working members of the royal family, but they still have the name. Harry was still born into one of the most prolific families ever. You're still the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So that means people are still interested in your life. You're still very much a public figure. But now, you only have the name, but not the protection that affords the name, the protection that comes with the name. As far as I'm concerned, that was a low blow. They did not need to do that. They could have at least sorted them out. And everybody likes to hate on Meghan and call her the wicked witch of the West and all that. And I do not care for it. I really do not care for it. But when I watched that documentary, I saw where they lived. And I saw everything. I mean, if they fled to Canada and they could not even, they didn't say it out loud, but they needed to call Tyler Perry to come and carry them away, give them private jets, give them a house to stay in California. What sort of prince does not have those set up? Because his money is from the family. If you are no longer working with the family, you are henceforth cut off from the money. So when people start saying things like Meghan is a gold digger, I'm like, where is the gold that she was supposed to be digging? Did you see the Frogmore cottage that they lived in? One thing I took away from that documentary was Meghan was saying when Oprah came, Oprah looked around and was like, nobody would believe you look this way. I'm like, that's right. From watching that documentary, it was obvious that they liked the idea of Meghan, but they did not actually like when the idea actualized. Like, you can see someone coming and you're like, I would love to see how she brings change and whatever. And then when she comes, you realize that, I don't think I want change so much. I think there were some members, maybe not in the royal family, around them or whatever. I'm not calling names, it's not my story. But I think they were a little bit intimidated by her and what she could stand for. I felt she started gathering this kind of following that almost sort of like Princess Diana had, and we know everybody loved her, and they feared that. In one scene in the documentary, they mentioned when they had this dinner, everyone in the royal family was present. The next day on the papers, the first thing was Meghan, and they were like, oh, that is going to be a problem. That has got to have rubbed people off the wrong way. This is a woman coming from the United States. She's not even from your neighboring country at all. She's coming from the United States. She is half black. She has been divorced, and here she's shining like a new trinket. Of course, people may not have liked that. And that's when they started hitting them back in the press. And this press thing, so many people like to turn a blind eye and throw a lot of hate and throw a lot of shade and act like it didn't happen. But even before the documentary, I didn't need anybody to tell me what I could see with my 2 eyes. We saw the comparisons in the headline. Avocado. Meghan is eating avocado. Could this be leading to deforestation? Whereas when it was Kate, they were like, oh, Prince William gifted her with her craving of choice avocado. Okay, Meghan is pregnant. Meghan is cradling her baby bump. Ooh, could this be a new age thing? Making it sound as if a pregnant woman cannot touch her stomach again. what's her name, Kate, does it, and everybody is, eyeing about it. There were so many instances of that. The instance where she wore off shoulder, and they were like, she broke yet another royal protocol. But when Kate wore it, oh, everybody was applauding. Now, don't get me wrong. For all I know, Kate may be a sweet, innocent person. She may be like she may be a very good person who just got dragged into all this. In fact, I think I want to believe that that's the case. So this has nothing to do with her. This has to do with whoever was behind the wheels, manipulating, pulling the strings, doing this and that. Meghan is not without fault, I'm sure. But to get the kind of hate she got was so freaking unfair. It's still so freaking unfair, in my opinion. And for people to kind of act like, oh, she deserves what she gets. She came and tore apart a family, blah, blah, blah. She came and tore apart a family. You're trying to tell me that because she's married to this guy, a full entire human being, man, grown, that she had the power to turn things around in how many years? It was also 2 years. Turn things around the way they shook things up. You think that these things may not already have been in Harry's mind? You really think that she would just, if Harry was loving life, everything was cozy in the family, Meghan will come from nowhere because I'm married to you and start saying, I don't want to be a member of the working royal family, whatever again. And you're like, yes ma'am, let's go. Really, you want to think that that's it? Like, is that how gullible you think the man is? Like, give him some credit. He fought in the army for 10 freaking years. Give him some damn credit. I don't for one think that he's that gullible. Why? Spare, the book has come out. From all indications, the documentary was not even the tea spilling thing that we should have been worried about. It is the book. Now, I haven't yet read the book. I really wanted to film this video after I have, but it's obvious that I'm not going to get to it because there's so much I'm doing. It's a lot. I may not be able to read it and finish it within a week, and I really wanted to talk about this. So I'm just going to go off of based on what I've heard, internet and stuff on social media. Now the book has come out, and all of a sudden the documentary is the least of everybody's worries. Everybody is on the book. This guy spilled and overspilled. First of all, he mentions a fight that he had with William, where William called Meghan rude and difficult and abrasive, I think it was, and pushed him down. He refused to retaliate, according to him. He mentions that William and him begged their dad not to marry Camilla. I mean, we all know who Camilla is. She was the third wheel in their marriage. I mean, inside the book, he talks about the fact that when when he was born, the dad now said, oh, thank you, something to Diana, you've given me a hair and a spare, and then left the hospital and went and saw the girlfriend. I was like, Jesus in heaven. Like, the baby was not even a day old, and he left and saw the woman. So we all know who she is. She has always been the third wheel in their marriage. Funny enough, in an interview with Michael Strahan, Prince Harry actually said that he doesn't see Camilla as a wicked stepmother, that he feels she has just done what she could with the card she was dealt. And when I think about it deeper, King Charles and Camilla are just a love story. It's just that it happened when they were supposed to be loving other people. It has to be a deep love that will make you, future king, step out on your wife, who was basically like kind of sort of perfect for the role, and be with this other lady. It has to be love that will make you love her through a marriage, love her through being widowed, love her through everything, and eventually get your mother's permission to marry a divorcee as a king to be. That has got to be love. Like, that has got to be love. So the unfortunate thing about their love story is that they loved when they were supposed to be loving other people. That's the only thing unfortunate about it. So I'm not surprised that Harry said that doesn't see her as a wicked stepmother, because she was just a woman in love, for all we know. In the book, he also talks about his past relationships, all the allegations he had back then and stuff like that. I personally do not know why he needed to talk about that, but then again, if the press was going to talk about it eventually, I guess he felt he might as well start. He also said in the interview with Michael Strahan that he's taking ownership of the word spare. And from the little I've read in the book, the spare wasn't really used as, it wasn't meant to hurt. It was just a fact. I mean, there's this one and then there's this other one that if something happens to this one will take its place. If this one needs kidney, this one will give kidney, you know. It wasn't really something that was meant to hurt him. But I can understand how, even though that was not its intent, how that could have sat with him, because in that interview he said he's taking ownership of that word. He has earned that word. I'm like, go yes, go yes. He also said that the thing that shocked him the most was the fact that they pulled security when they decided to leave the royal family. And to be honest, of everything that has happened, that also shocked me the most, because at the end of the day, even though they're not working members of the royal family, that's still your son. That's still your daughter-in-law. That's still your grandson that you're sending out into the wilderness, knowing fully well that everybody is swarming. And you send them out and you're like, hasta la vista, take care of you. See you when I see you. As far as I'm concerned, that was crazy. And there's no justification for that, because that's still your family. That's still your family. I don't get it. So people like to gloss over that fact. Like, why are you glossing over the fact that they basically send them out into the world and like, you can die if you want, a stalker can get you, the paparazzi can like to live inside your palace with you, it's fine, we don't care. Nobody seems to want to see that was a problem. Everything about this book is just what the royal family hates. And there's a part of me that thinks, in as much as Harry says he wanted to tell his story, there's a part of me that thinks he's also giving them a big middle finger by saying everything he says in the book. And I don't know how to deal with that. Some people say he wrote the book, he did the Netflix deal because of the money. And I'm like, why should he not get money from his story? I mean, the media was doing it, everybody was getting clicks on their story, and he was not the source. So why can he not source his story and also get the money? Why shouldn't he get the money? They need money. Because let me tell you something, when you are Prince Charles and when you are Meghan Markle, you are Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the security you need around you is not the same kind of security that somebody like, say, David Beckham would need. That your security is a different kind of security, and that doesn't come cheap. The kind of life that the kind of life that they have to live, even if they want it or not, does not come cheap, based on the fact that they have the name. So why shouldn't they write a book and do deals for money? Why shouldn't they? I'm so happy they're getting the money. Guinness World Records just reported that his book became the fastest non-fiction book to make 1.5, was it money or copies? I can't even remember, but Isha has broken record. I'm like, go Prince Harry. I'm supporting that all the way. Let him make the money. He has 2 children to take care of. I mean, this thing is, you know how things are in pop culture. Who knows? Next month, 2 months, we may not be talking about them again. So let them utilize whatever time they want to utilize. My only issue with this book now is he kept saying that by writing this book, he's still open to having discussions with his brother. He's still trying to mend the rifts in their family. And I don't think that this book is going to help that. I think it would be wrong for them, that's Harry and Meghan, to think immediately after releasing such an explosive book to say, okay, fine, we want an audience, we want to speak with the king, we want to speak with Prince William. I think you have to give them time to realize that you just dumped a shitload of doo-doo on top of their heads. You have to give them time to reconcile with that fact before you can now say, okay, we want to be a family again. I really, really hope that this doesn't tear their rift even further. And even if it does, that they still get to a place of healing, because I know that Princess Diana would not have wanted that for her children at all. She would not have wanted that. I feel like that woman would have wanted a situation where William and Harry banned against the institution. And the fact that that has not happened, I think, is something that if she were here, if she were still here, she would not be happy at all. She would not be happy at all. I hope this book gives him closure, because it sounds like he needed closure. I mean, he's had to deal with his mother dying in such a public way. He's had to deal with it in the public eye, at the same time with people asking you have to act a certain way, not just be a child who just lost a parent. So that must have messed with him a lot. The whole thing must have definitely messed him up. And he kept saying things like he saw everything the press was doing to Meghan and he did not want that to be, he did not want history to repeat itself. That to me alone tells you how much he has internalized what had happened. So I hope this book gives him closure. I hope in future they can get to a place where the families can just push everything, shove everything down and be a family. I mean, if they can shove down Andrew's matter inside, they can definitely shove down this one, right? And yeah, as for those who sit online and give Meghan so much hate and call her manipulative and this and that, please use your head small now. Think this, like I said, if this guy was 100% happy I don't care how much love she was giving him, Abi, she is giving him. If he was 100% totally happy, she would not say, oh, I want to go, and he would not say, yes, ma'am, let's go. No, these things, these seeds must have been planted in him way long before Meghan got on the scene. She did not just append everything into it. I don't think no one woman is that powerful. Do you know what family this is? This is the royal family. Oh, this is not even Dangote's family. This is the royal freaking family. No woman is that powerful, please. Dead that gist. And everyone is, of course, entitled to their opinions. But when you sit online and your opinion is telling someone to kill themselves, telling someone they should just, you wish death on someone, then that's an opinion that should not have left your head. Die with it. Keep it inside. Swallow it back down. That's not the kind of opinion you spread out into the world. And that's it for me on this topic, except I read something in the book that is really explosive. I'll probably just put it in a YouTube short or something. But yeah, let's talk in the comment section. Are you interested at all in Harry and Meghan? Do you even care? Do you even know what's going on? Let's talk in the comment section and let me know what you think. If you're for them, if you're for Harry and Meghan, if you're not for Harry and Meghan, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. But let's talk. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook at Rants of a Naija Chick. We're also on Instagram as well. I'd like you to know that different things happen on different platforms, so you never can tell. You just have to be following all three to get with it. You know. I'll see you next time. I'm Asian. Bye.